morning, my AKA Patter. So previously, I feel like getting right into it because we slowed down the channel for a little bit. If you didn't notice, and one of the things I wanted to do for July, going even within August, now we're in September. Superman, Fantastic Four month to celebrate the two movies. Also, Marvel's most important franchise, DC's most important franchise, just on the historical level. I wanted to do, some insight, a little bit of a revelation on the career of Dan Jurgens, previously crapped on by cartoonist kayfabe. I will never let that go. Many of you out there did not even defend that. Shame on you. Jurgens, at one time, so he spikes with Superman. Death of Superman. He becomes like the Booster Gold, the greatest Booster Gold writer, artist, one of the greatest Superman creators, writer, artists of all time. Booster Gold right now, too. I mean, James Gunn should be doing something big with that character. Booster Gold just seems perfect for the sensibility of James Gunn. But he went into Marvel for a little bit, and he actually went into Top Cow. We profiled that for Tomb Raider, the licensed comic. So during this time that he's with Marvel, we get this. We get him drawing the Fantastic Four here. He had a little bit of a run with Captain America. But the real effort of Mr. Jurgens, who I view as one of the preeminent 90s comic book creators that forwarded his legacy in the 2000s, is this. He drew the Fantastic Four movie adaptation, and you know how much I love movie adaptations. Before we crack this open, we do have one hell of a forgotten backup story in here. We're gonna have to wait till the end of the video for that. But until then, let's just admire Mr. Jurgens rendering the human face, because we get that for a stretch, right? If you know the movie, you can predict what happens in the adaptation. And here, it's nothing special. It's the Thing in the human form talking to Victor Von Doom in his human form, or pre-power form, if you want to make that argument. But they're just going through his corporate headquarters, aka his fortress, and they're talking business. They're talking a little bit of smack, and then out of nowhere, right, we get the entrance of Sue Storm, looking big, looking bright, as she does in the movie. The coloring for this, I think, is phenomenal. Jurgens leaves so much up to like the airbrushing and the shadowing, and he's trying to keep every single human face on model. He wavers a little bit as we rotate the heads. Rotating female heads is always difficult here. Like, Sue looks good here. She looks good here. She looks choppy here, kind of a weak profile, but he adds in, like for Von Doom, he has this like hair flick that's right here, and we kind of see too with this profile shot. So he's adding these like little bit of notes, and he gives Von Doom, dude, look at these eyebrows. Right, we know he's evil, but the coloring, I think, is phenomenal. So big shout out to Jay Ranch. Cool Ranch. So they get shot into space, and we get, again, like a very quick, economically drawn, shuttle launch here. I mean, he's just drawing the shapes. He's leaving this open enough to where you can just imagine the original artwork looking like a coloring book, even down to, just the explosion of the blast off, right? This just reminds me of the movie Armageddon, and you guys know how much I love Armageddon. But we get into like the green wave, and everyone's on board. So it's a slightly different origin than what we got in the original comic book. That's fine. They're at a space station, and they get hit with the wave. And again, we see like Sue Storm fall off model, but his male modeling, you want to say, he may have drawn this in like a weekend, because we see the speed. But again, he's giving us these letterbox panels, breaking down the story again. Outside, inside, medium, close. Almost the same on the adjacent page when they're absorbing the cosmic radiation. And then we get more. I mean, I love this page with Von Doom just like yelling at the boardroom. But we're like on model, like every single opportunity here. Great shadows for this panel. His Johnny Storm is there. So you go back and you see some of the Johnny Storm shots. We have one here when they're pre-launch. Right now he's in hospital. He's going to flame on. I mean, guys, this is the shot. Chris Evans with the hand. This is one of these shots from the entire movie. Depicts it. It's there. Everyone's getting their powers. Everyone's flipping out. But we get these nice shots here. So again, this is more of a masterclass of drawing the human head, drawing not likenesses, but keeping characters on model page to page. It's very difficult to do. You're seeing this in color. What you have to imagine this is black and white, because again, that's how Mr. Jurgens is working on this. And then we get the thing revelation coming up. We know what happens here. I mean, I love long establishing panels here. Look at Todd McFarlane. I think Todd McFarlane in the 90s mastered this. We have a botched job here from the colorist. No reflection for the Brooklyn Bridge. It's right here. It just looks like it's floating. And then we get kind of what we're here for. We get the guy that drew Doomsday pummeling the hell out of Superman. But we get that guy drawing the Thing in the trench coat, the Thing in an alley, the Thing heavily shaded, the Thing, the dude committing suicide. Another great fun scene in this movie. The guy, tries to jump, and we get this. We get the money shot here again, the shot from the trailer, and we see how bold and thick. So there's some contouring choices here when it comes to the Thing. I don't think this is Jurgens. I think this is here we go. Sandu Floreal. Whatever that guy's name is. Whatever his name is. I feel like he butchered some of Jurgens' contour work. Because it looks uncharacteristic. You can see how hard it is to color. If I was Mr. Jurgens and I saw it, because he tries to echo it here. He goes bold with Sue's hair on the left. There's some inking choices I'm not crazy with, but again, Reed's on model, Sue is on model, right? So we're getting the experience of the movie, and this is one of the only times I'll say this. I think watching the movie and then reading this enhances the comic. Sometimes it works the other way around. Sometimes you read the adaptation and you watch the movie and you appreciate the movie more. I think this one works in the other direction. But we get these nice shots of the Thing. And look at his people, the pedestrians. Right? Random people have character. This guy, he tags him with a bigger forehead and a higher hairline. And it's echoed here in panel 5. But these heavy shadow shots, a little bit uncharacteristic of Jurgen at this time, but work so well here. And again, we're struggling keeping Sue on model, but he gets her 3 out of 4 panels. Solid backgrounds. And again, he gives us the Chris Evans expressions. Montage page. Breaking panels, right? The silly Alex Toth, the 20 things you have to do in American panels to tell a story or whatever. Breaking form here because it doesn't matter. It looks good. He's got a little bit of a designed, enhanced training suit here for Johnny. Good stuff. And the way how he spins a little bit of, again, Reed getting these gauntlets. Adding to the Fantastic Four uniform, here too, there's a ridge piping that wraps around her shoulder. It kind of creates the V, I guess that's the booby window. I just think this, again, this guy here, he tags him, high hairline, little flip of hair, but tags him. Like, we see him from panel to panel. We see him in 1, 2, 3. We saw him previously here. Right? Like, we know who these guys are. And I think he really nails just like how goofy Chris Evans was and Johnny Storm was in that movie. You know, Sue turning invisible. We have the Ben Grimm, you know, I guess trying to get laid scene at the bar. The trick is, see, like, again, like, not so much in the movie of her touching his face. Them, like, like, basically, I don't know what they're, like, is this scene even in the movie? I don't even know. But it's like they're washing off, like they're giving him a bath. So the Alicia Masters helps give Thing a bath. Maybe, right? Like, do I need to rewatch the movie? Can we get a quick comment on that right now? But yet again, like, the coloring comes in. You have to give Jurgens respect to leave enough for the colorist to make this like pretty much a visual experience. I think that some of the inking, especially with the Thing, failed Jurgens. But again, like, Von Doom tagged with the heavy shadows and the eyebrows, and he's in the green cloak. And this is where he tricks the Thing, gets some of the powers, leaves Ben for dead. But wow, great of a panel is that. Again, too heavy with the heavy, bold inking contours. Too much. See, like, and you see here, like, you see where the inker's trying to tell a story himself to her, you know, or just trying to be consistent. So you have to go bold with the Thing here, and it doesn't work. And we get like, somewhat, when it comes to the Fox universe, an incontinuity, Dane Jurgens, Doctor Doom. And we want to say, like, his Doom here, not great. But everything else is. Like, he does not draw it. Like, he doesn't get the Doom. And some of it could be how they described Doom to him, or what he saw publicity photo wise. But I think the coloring moves. This is where the Thing wallops him, gives him a good Jack Kirby punch. We have a nice fight. They fight out the window. They fall into the dump truck. And we get this big theatrical on the street, New York City on the street sequence. And Doom, right? I mean, this is what happens in the movie. Doom gets frozen. They ship him off. And how do we... Yeah, look, I mean, come on. I mean, like, this is solid here. Just as... Again, back when this came out, you might have bought this just to see Jurgens draw the Fantastic Four. And you would have got, like, the money shot here. Again, like, he makes these choices with the costume design. And he's interpreting probably what they gave him. This is how the movie wraps up. And, like, here we go. So here's the cool thing. You guys ready for this? And thank you for it. If you're still with me, let me know in the comments. We have a nice article, but we have the official story, The Tale of Doom, by Arthur Adams. So we're going to do a separate video on this, but this is your preview of that. This is Arthur Adams, who also looks like he drew this in a weekend, telling us about Dr. Doom. So we're going to talk about this at another time. But guys, a really fundamentally well illustrated adaptation. I think this is one of the better ones. So Jurgens, one of the 2 times he's drawn FF. Both of them non-continuity though, like non-Marvel U. Kind of funny. And here we go, my AKAPADers. We're fighting a war against the evil algorithm. See, I paused it there so you guys can see how I did a little play on words. But we got some graphics here to support that joke. Guys, I'm cutting into the video just to remind you that your attention to me grows this channel and it defeats the evil algorithm that's out to suppress and destroy this channel. And that's because we're on a righteous path. We're on the path of an army. And what is that path? Truth, justice, and the comic book way. Well, anyway, guys, hit that bell. Give me a comment. I read all the comments. I do my very best to respond and keep up with them. Give me a subscription. There's so many of you out there. I know you guys watch the videos and you don't subscribe. You have to subscribe. You have to keep the train going. And look. Here's the other great thing. Repost this video and show it to a friend. Yeah, I know you have a friend out there that pretends that they like comics, but you can give them my channel and it will change their minds. They will become obsessed with comic books once they delve into my channel. That's growth. That's what she said. Guys, back to the video.